My name is Craig Marcock. While living in the Canadian Arctic, I would meet my partner Charlie Wilson. We became friends with reindeer herder Henrik Seva and his herd dog Chapi. This is the story of our adventures with the reindeer. It was April, and a cold wind blew over the tundra into Inuvik. Chapi was in fine shape to herd the reindeer. He also loved chasing sticks and cars. A week before he was to go out herding, he was struck by a truck and laid low. It was my birthday, so we headed down the ice road to Lousy Point. Despite the suggestive name, we were celebrating by going out to visit the reindeer. Henrik Seva is a Sami man from Sweden, and together with Chapi they herd about 4,000 reindeer in the Mckenzie River Delta. With Chapi limping behind, we head out to the herd. April is her calving time, and the females were heavy with young. With their instinct to migrate, and predators such as bears, wolves, and poachers, Henrik and Chapi would have to work hard to keep the herd together. After tea in the tundra, we head back into town. No fawns were born to share my birthday. Tuktoyaktuk, a tough place for dogs, and where Chapi would now live with Henrik and go to work herding. Later in the month, the females had started dropping their young, and this year would promise a good number of fawns. But the Arctic cycle of life is extreme, and with nothing to block the icy wind, it was a bad day to be born.
The main thing when you try to work with the reindeer and go closer, go slow. If you rush like going fast, then they begin to go faster too.
Charlie and I got married. For our honeymoon, once again we were in the Arctic. This time to Sweden, the home of Henrik and the land of reindeer. Henrik and his brother harness up a reindeer and treat us to a sled ride. In the old days, the Sami would herd and move their camps with sled deer. Panicked by a vision of the corral, this reindeer makes a break for it. Henrik quickly subdues the rampaging animal with Charlie in tow. Times change, and after 10 generations of owning reindeer, Henrik sold his herd. He now tries to market his knowledge and skills as a reindeer consultant. These Sami men gather at a nearby corral. They have herded up a group of strays and have come to reclaim their animals. Sami identify their deer by marks they make in their ears. Calmly, they handle the animals with a cool efficiency. But these are stubborn strays, and some will need more persuasion than others. Some are loaded into trailers, while others take a ride in the back of SUVs. After many saunas, we return home to Chapi. It is 2003, and we are paddling 150 kilometers north of Inuvik, to Richards Island, the edge of the Beaufort Sea, and the reindeer roundup. Our first night out, we will camp at Reindeer Station, formerly the hub of the Canadian government's reindeer operations. In 1929, the greatest trail drive of North America began. Andrew Barr, a Sami man, led this great adventure and a herd of 3,500 reindeer across Alaska into the Mckenzie River Delta. It would take them 5 years. Again, we take to the water of the East Channel. With the sight of pingos, we know we are making progress towards Tuk. Repeatedly, we are pushed ashore by high winds. this time at Swimming Point, one of the oil and gas camps in the Mckenzie Delta. With an early day ashore, we rest in the Reindeer shack. The next day we make it to Skiff Point. It will take us 5 days against the wind to get there. We climb up upon the tundra to a near-deserted reindeer camp. Henrik has gone to survey the reindeer by plane, and Lloyd Binder, the owner, cannot leave Inuvik due to the high winds. The ground hisses at me when I attempt to force a peg into the permafrost, just inches below the vegetation. A day will pass before the wind lets up. Henrik returns, making just 4 of us to plan and construct the corrals. Half of us have never been to a roundup before, so we leave the planning to the experts.
We need space when we take them in, so we'll put the
further back here. That way we could.
We put that here, this one, and the next one, the smaller one, that way. That's it. Yep. Okay.
Chapi seems to have the right idea and provides excellent supervision. It is the summer solstice. It will take us 5 days to get the pens ready to hold reindeer, and they have to be ready for the helicopter time has already been booked. But with the high winds, no boats leave Inuvik, and the boss and crew have yet to arrive. The sun is warm and the camaraderie of our camp heats up.
Come!
Though our team is small, we are accomplishing the big task of building the corrals for the roundup. The weather relents and the boss arrives. Last year saw only a modest antler harvest, and this year's roundup has a lot riding on it. We help unload the gear and expand the camp. Chief herder for many years, an expert man of the land, David Nazagalowak arrives with a crew of men from Tuk. Promptly a fire is started and tea is made as good friends David and Henrik discuss herding strategy. The reindeer camp has instantly more than doubled in size, and before a pot of reindeer soup can be made, the helicopter arrives.